What's up guys, projectors keep getting better, and now you can find a budget model with not only Wi-Fi and Bluetooth support, but a full operating system with popular apps such as Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, etc. I think a smart OS is a must-have feature for any projector because you don't need to plug in an external device to watch a movie. In this video we will talk about a new HAPPRUN YG491 projector. In addition to a smart operating system, it has 1080p native resolution, 4K support, 800 nc-lumens brightness, and autofocus. Despite the promising specs, the price of this projector is quite affordable, about $300 on Amazon. The new HAPPRUN projector looks very good on paper, but we need to know how it feels in practice. Let's check it out. You know, the HAPPRUN YG491 has the simplest box of any projectors I have tested recently. Inside the box is a power cable, HDMI cable, and remote control. Then we have a user manual and a welcome card from the store. Finally, there is a projector in the box. That's it. So both the box and its contents are quite modest, because there is no projection screen, tripod, storage bag or anything else. You know, first impressions from unboxing the HAPPRUN YG491 were like a budget projector. However, after looking at the projector from different angles, I realized that it looks very good. First, I like the shape of this projector. It is something like a square with rounded corners. The front panel of the projector has a fabric coating, while the top and bottom are made of a matte plastic. The other three sides have a striped texture. Overall, the design and build quality of the HAPPRUN YG491 projector is like a premium product. Let's go back to the front panel. First, there is a big lens here. Second, as I said before, the projector has autofocus, so it has a distance sensor on the front. Later we will check how it works. The power connector, HDMI port, two USB ports, and headphone jack are on the back panel. There is an air intake on the right side, and it looks like the cover can be removed to clean the filter. Warm air is blown out from the left side. We can also see the speaker here. Moreover, if we turn the projector upside down, we can see a 3D stereo surround sound. I think it is a subwoofer because it moves. You know, the sound promises to be very good on this projector. We will definitely check it out. The bottom of the projector also has a tripod mount, kickstand, and 4 rubberized stands. Finally, there is only a big power button on the top. You know, this panel looks like a trackpad, but it is not. The HAPPRUN YG491 is controlled by remote control. I have seen this remote in other projectors before, but I like it because it has focus adjustment buttons and quick access buttons to Netflix, YouTube and Prime Video. I guess that's all about design, and now we can turn on the projector. The focus is automatically adjusted each time the projector is turned on. However, you can turn the autofocus off in the settings and use manual focus. We will show you how to do this later. On the home screen, we can see trending shows on Netflix. I think this means that the projector is really Netflix certified. Then we can go to the other apps from the home screen, such as Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, YouTube Kids, Settings, App Store, Resource Manager, Open Browser, and My Apps, which include Bluetooth Music, e-manual, and App Assistant. If these applications are not enough for you, you can go to the App Store and download more apps. By the way, the new HAPPRUN projector runs on Android 10 operating system. I think you can install APK files from the USB flash drive. By the way, when I used the projector, it automatically shut down and started updating the software. It took about 15 minutes to complete the update. While I didn't notice any changes after the update, I like that the projector is getting OTA updates. In the settings menu, we can connect to a Wi-Fi network, Bluetooth device, and HDMI device. Picture settings include Auto Keystone correction, Manual Keystone correction, Image zoom, Keystone correction settings, Auto Keystone focus settings, and projection mode. The HAPPRUN YG491 also has display and sound settings. First, we can choose the video picture mode, as well as adjust the picture manually, such as brightness, contrast, saturation, and sharpness. We can also select the sound mode for the projector. If you connect external speakers, you have a choice of ARC modes such as Auto, PCM, Dolby Digital, and Dolby Digital Plus. There are also Auto Volume and Keystone in the settings. The system settings include language, date and time, software update, USB disk upgrade, and restore factory settings. You know, even though it is not Android or Google TV, I like this operating system. It works very fast and smoothly. You can log into Netflix, Prime Video, and YouTube without any problems using your smartphone and QR code. By the way, I saw ScreenCast Assistant on the home screen. Let's check it out. First, you need to connect to a Wi-Fi network if you haven't already. Then you can choose Mirrorcast, a DLNA, or a MagicCast, depending on your mobile device. Finally, just grab your smartphone, go to Screen Mirroring and select Projector. Done. It is a very quick way to show off your social media or photos on the big screen. I have already told you how to connect a Bluetooth device, such as headphones or external speakers, to the projector. For that, you need to go to the Settings menu. However, the HAPPRUN YG491 also has Bluetooth music mode. It allows you to use the projector as a speaker for your smartphone. You know, this is a very useful feature because the built-in speaker on this projector is really high quality. The dual 5-watt speakers are certified by Dolby Audio. Although I couldn't find any information about subwoofer, I think it is the one at the bottom of the projector. Now you can listen to a few songs, and later you will have the chance to listen to the sound in movies. By the way, the noise level of the HAPPRUN YG491 projector is fine. It is 51 decibels near the projector. And 46 decibels at 1 meter. The fan is not very loud, but it is not the quietest either. Before we talk about the projection quality, I want to say a little bit about screen size. The HAPPRUN YG491 has a quite long throw ratio, so you need to place it far away from the wall to get a large projection screen. For example, I placed the projector about 3 meters from the wall, and my screen size is about 100 inches. In general, the projector supports a screen size up to 300 inches, but for that you need a really big room, about 5.7 meters from the wall. The native resolution of the HAPPRUN YG491 is 1080p Full HD. Although the manufacturer promises 4K support, I have only 1080p resolution available on YouTube. Overall, the image is really clear. I haven't found any information about contrast ratio, but I think the colors are very good. However, the biggest surprise for me was the brightness. The HAPPRUN YG491 is an affordable projector, but it has 880 lumens brightness. For example, just look at how my room lit up when the cat was watching her favorite YouTube videos. It is a completely dark room, and it looks like the lights are on. Movies with dark scenes are also very comfortable to watch. Now I suggest you check out some nature videos, movie trailers, sports matches, and a gameplay.
Looky. She is the perfect fit, I promise. Did she even see you? She was about to.
What are you doing? Don't do this. No. Hey, Tony, this is Nick, my father.
You ever jumped a train?
I've never jumped.
Here's that thought.
Really? Where?
It's working. The Warriors took 69 threes. They're going to take what the defense gives them. They're not going to get up to that number anywhere close probably most of the time, but they're okay with taking that many if they're there. If they're good.
Mahomes breaks away. Shuttle pass dangerous and incomplete. TJ Edwards had an opportunity there. And Butker is hooking and hits the post.
Largest windscreen on any production vehicle, and this is the largest windscreen wiper on any production vehicle. That's 1.2 meters long.
As the previous car, but it looks completely different. So you've got this kind of blocky, boxy, quirky look to things. You've got this H motif, which you can find in various places around the car, as well as 4 dots, which is the letter H in Morse code.
By the way, the HAPPRUN YG491 can be used in a bright room. It may not be comfortable to watch dark movies, but sport matches or YouTube videos will be fine.
Okay, she is the perfect fit, I promise. Did she even see you? She was about to.
What are you doing? Don't do this.
Of the Super Bowl. Of the Super Bowl. Hurts.
You know, I really like the fact that the projectors are becoming full-featured devices, and now you don't have to connect a TV stick to watch Netflix, YouTube, or any other streaming services. The HAPPRUN YG491 also has a high-quality built-in speaker, so you don't need to connect an external speaker. The image quality of this projector is very good, thanks to 1080p native resolution and high brightness of 800 ANSI lumens. By the way, the flagship features like autofocus and auto keystone correction make the projector easy to set up. Perhaps my only complaint with the new HAPPRUN projector would be the long throw ratio. If you want a very large projection screen, you need a long room, but that's not even a disadvantage, but a feature you should know about. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon!